people can actually bully you using their phones. TikTok is everywhere. You can find yourself on TikTok. But because someone did not actually ask you about this and they're just writing something about you. So there is cyberbullying.
Rumor-mongering.
Yes.
Is that part of bullying?
Yes. They're spreading gossip about someone. You may find it's not true, and that even goes to defamation.
Yeah.
That's spreading false, malicious information.
This is yet again another episode of Corporate Reality Check, and we are talking about everything that happens in the corporate world, the things that shock us, the things that we see and we get surprised, the moments that excite us. We've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. And today we are talking about bullying at workplace. Is it something that you've experienced, your friend has experienced, your neighbor has experienced? It's affecting a number of people, both women and men. It's reducing the productivity of work. It's reducing the love for work every single day. Today I've been joined by Racheal Amuge. Racheal is a lawyer, a corporate lawyer. She has passion for risk and compliance, and she has also helped a number of organizations to deal with things as such, including bullying. So Racheal also has a background in employment law that you are passionate about as well.
Yes.
Yes, aside risk and compliance.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes.
So Racheal will introduce herself the way she wants to be introduced, and we shall go deep into the bullying issue and see what is the gravity of its impact to an employee, to the employer, and what can we do about it. With your introduction.
Thank you, Sheila. My name is Racheal Amuge, as Sheila has introduced me. I'm a lawyer. I mainly practice corporate, mainly in compliance, risk management, and employment law, like you have ably discussed. This topic is very interesting, bullying, because it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's in our workplace, it's in our homes, it's in schools, it's everywhere. It's a topic that is of interest in every community.
Yeah.
So when we talk about bullying is a behavior. It is a behavior that causes harm. It causes psychological torture. It can even be physical. It can even be emotional.
When you say psychological torture, I had to laugh because it psychologically tortures one.
Yes. Exactly. So that is bullying. It's an intentional behavior that someone keeps on undertaking to actually cause harm or hurt another person in a workplace. So in summary, that is bullying, and it can come from tendencies of discrimination. It can be because you're female, it can be because of a particular religion, even a political stand. Because you support a particular party, they will discriminate you on that basis. So all that comes out as bullying.
As bullying.
Yes.
So Racheal, there are some people whom we want to think that they unintentionally bully. You've mentioned that it's intentional.
Yes.
Someone knows exactly what they're doing and they intend to cause harm to the other. Is it something that something that people grow up with? They pick on their way? Are there causes? What makes one person get pleasure into bullying others?
So when you're talking about bullying, it's a repeated habit.
A pattern.
Yes,
Okay.
It's a pattern that someone keeps doing it. Like you've said, sometimes it's unintentional, according to them, and usually it may emanate from your background.
You are bullied at school, maybe.
Yes.
Maybe at home.
And
your
you're
parents
seeking maybe revenge.
Okay.
In a workplace, and sometimes it's not because of the background. Sometimes it's the nature and character of people in a workplace. You know, in a workplace, you want to show that that yes, I run
this show.
Yes. So when it comes to power, you know, people they bully you because of the power they have. And sometimes power can be because of the position. Someone is a manager in this organization, and they will bully the subordinates at that point. They take that opportunity and bully you because they are a manager. But then also, on gender basis, I am male, you're female. You cannot do this, even when you're at the same level. But just because I am female or because I am male, you will bully me at that point. So power has different rating. You may find this person, you're in the same department, but because the person is older than you, and they will bully you because they are older than you. So there are different reasons and different ways in how people can actually bully a person in a workplace.
Interesting. So last week on LinkedIn, I saw someone who wrote, they've been going in schools talking to teenagers, mostly teenagers, about bullying. They've also had stories from those that have been bullying. And this particular gentleman said that he was bullied before. He was bullied and he turned into a bully as well. Okay. So when he was in school, getting through high school. So I told him, when he wrote about that, I responded to him and told him, these are the same things that we find in workplaces, because these are people who are faced with bullying when they were way younger in school. Now you find this one who said that he was bullied. So he also turned into a bully. Right now he's an advocate. He's not a bully anymore. He's an advocate against bullying. But now find other people who are not him. They're the same ones that we welcome at our workplaces, different workplaces. So the tendency of bullying is something they've grown up with. They want to take power. Does it come from the point of, I want to prove a point? This is, it's habitual. You've groomed it. You're living with it. Now you're extending it to other people at work. Would you want to think that it has a background from that?
So from the scenario that you've actually explained, we see that it's from the grassroots, from way back in school. This person has been bullied and has also turned out to be a bully. So at that point, they did not address the bullying.
Is it a trauma response?
Yes, it can be a trauma response, because it can affect you emotionally, both the victim and the perpetrator, the person who is bullying. So if it is not addressed, then it's something that will actually continue, because the person bullying will actually think it's okay. You know, you become that person. If you feel like, I am bullying and there's nothing they can do about it, so you have all the power, the authority, you think you're untouchable, there's nothing they can do about it. So if it is not cut from the grassroots, if it's not addressed at that point in time, then it's something that will even continue. Thank
into
God,
marriages,
exactly.
into communities.
That's when we hear domestic violence, gender-based violence.
Because you're used to having power.
Exactly.
Now. Okay.
So there is nothing that we can do about it. They've not addressed it in school. They've not addressed it at work. Now in at your home, you're the male in the home. So you will do anything because they didn't touch you before. So how can your wife touch you? They will not address it even at home. Exactly. Yes. So if they've not addressed it at the beginning point, then it's something that can continue.
Okay. Yes. So we also realized that when I looked at the stats, there are 31% of male that are bullied, and I think 28% of women that are bullied. But the bullies, 68% of the bullies are men. So I don't know whether it's this same background or it's the love for power, hunger that makes someone feel like I've not been given. And sometimes, by the way, they don't have the power.
Yes.
But I want to think that they are supported by those who have the power, right?
Yes.
I want to understand from your perspective what you've studied and what you've advised different corporate companies. How do the bullying manifest? Both in different scenarios, male, female, and when it manifests, what would you advise that organizations do about it?
Okay. So when it comes to bullying, there are different types of bullies.
Yeah.
Like you've said, both female and male can be bullies. So we look at different scenarios and different types of people.
I think I would be interested in knowing how women bully, but at least I have witnessed how men bully women and even their fellow men.
There are women that bully men.
It's different.
They're there. They're there. Trust me. Okay, so we're going to look at different types. So when you're looking at bullying, we have those that intimidate.
Yeah.
Outrightly come out. They're aggressive. They even go physical. Those are the intimidators. You can see them in a workplace. Back in school, those are the people that actually used to fight in school. So those are the intimidators. That's a category of bullies. Then we have the passive aggressive.
When you say intimidating, how do they intimidate? What is a practical example of intimidation at work?
Okay, so when it comes to work, in terms of intimidation, so this one can be from the point of you're the manager, you're the boss, and I'm the subordinate. You either do this or you don't.
Oh.
Yes, you see, you have a scenario where you give someone an assignment, you explain the instructions, and explain the key points that should appear in that assignment. But on the other side, when it comes to an intimidator, they will not actually explain. They will just give you the assignment and tell you, did you study this? I know you studied this. Just go do that assignment that I've given you, and I need it at this point in time. They've not explained. They've not gone through the key
elements that you needed in the assignment.
Exactly. They've just given you the assignment. So you're supposed to figure it on your own.
Okay.
So those are the
intimidators.
Yes. Now, for the passive aggressive, they will agree with you.
Common ones.
They are subtle.
Very subtle. They hide under professionalism.
Exactly. They will agree with you. You will go in meetings. They will agree with you. But come back, hide. Maybe they will not include you in a certain email. And pretend that, I forgot. I forgot. They will agree with you on a certain point and then go and say a different point in a meeting.
Yeah.
And your bosses are in the meeting. There's nothing you can do about it. You just have to take it in. How will you look in front of your bosses? And they have a straight face. Meanwhile, you had a conversation before. Yes. You're in the meeting. It's something different. So that's passive.
Passive aggression is what I'm picking from your explanation. We've agreed to do something.
Yes.
You've changed.
Yes.
You've not shouted at me, but what you're doing is totally opposite of what we agreed you're going to do. Good.
Exactly.
That is passive aggression.
Yes. They will say today something else, another
and
day
tomorrow they will say something different. Else. And they look at you in the face and say, this is what we agreed.
So at that point in time, if you do not have evidence, then how will you battle this out? You can't. You cannot. Okay, then we have another type, micromanagers. This is mainly to our dear bosses.
Yes.
You're in someone's space, you've given them an assignment, but you do not give them the ability,
the space
to
execute.
Exactly, to execute their work. So most times, give someone an assignment, give them time to deliver, unless there's certain milestones that have to be followed. And maybe you have meetings, but if you're breathing down someone's neck, you're asking for the work every time, how do you expect this person to handle this assignment? So that's micromanagement. It can be a form of bullying. Yes.
So I give you an assignment and I am down your throat every minute. Exactly. How far? Yes. Where have you reached? But I also want to think that this part of micromanagement depends on it's case by case, because there are also people that have seen that you give assignments to, and before you follow it up, it will never be done.
Yes.
I also want to agree that there are those ones who really micromanage and they don't give you that space to use your competence, your skills, how differently you want to do the assignment. They will tell you how it should be done. when it should be done, and ABCD. So that is the micromanagement bit of it.
Yes.
So we have to weigh and understand at what point is it a bullying, or at what point is it you managing expectations? Because you could also be just managing expectations.
Yes. So where we draw the line is in terms of accountability. If you've given me this assignment and you're telling me by this day you should be done with it, or if your past behavior, you have not been able to complete an assignment in time, and I check on you, that shouldn't be micromanagement. So depending on the line of accountability, when you're supposed to submit your assignment, where do we draw the line of micromanagement and accountability? So when it comes to performance, actually, you cannot hide behind bullying. You cannot hide behind
have to be
bullying.
accountable.
You have to be accountable for your assignment. So that is where we draw the line.
Are there instances where we've seen employees now, because we focus so much on bosses, supervisors and their subordinates, have we seen instances where subordinates bully their bosses?
Yes. Have there?
I'm interested in listening to that.
So depending, in this, I should say this new era we are in, we're going to find
Which
bosses,
new era?
Okay.
The Gen Zs, the baby boomers and the millennials.
Exactly. So you're going to find bosses that are actually younger. Then you have
I've seen a number of them.
Yes, employees that are
older,
reporting to the younger bosses. So they'll keep rubbing it in. You don't have the experience. I have the experience. I've done this and this and this. You've just been appointed. You're still a young man. Those are the comments.
The only difference is that you're not the boss.
Exactly. So they'll throw comments. You're still young. You've not yet seen. So they will bully you from that angle, maybe your age.
So it will also come subtly, not directly that they are bullying you, but they come and breathe that atmosphere in your space.
Into your space.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
One more category that I forgot. Those are the ones that they will come out. I want to first explain the scenario and then give you the category. They will come out and they're sarcastic. They will tell you something.
Sarcasm is a lot.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're very sarcastic. They will tell you, maybe if you're doing an assignment and maybe you have gotten an emergency. So maybe you have a sick child or a sick parent. You explain, like, I have an emergency. Can we move out? And maybe do the assignment tomorrow. They'll tell you, you can go, but probably tomorrow you'll find someone on your desk. What would you do?
That is not sarcasm. That is brutal. it can't. That is cruel. You can't even categorize that as sarcasm.
So how will you actually, you battle with yourself? Can I go?
Can I not go?
Stay? There is also that category of bullies. They'll tell you something and yet they're not meaning it. So you battle with your psychology.
So there is no safe space for you to have these conversations. Would we say that maybe it takes both parties to come up with this, to intentionally create the safe space that accommodates both the subordinate and the supervisor? For example, if I had, God forbid, a sick child, I would want to tell my boss that I have a sick child, and they understand depending on the relationship I have with them. Because also if it's something that I've been telling them every single day, and I tell the team that I work with, that we need to have a support system. Because now for us who are mothers, you are a mother, you are a wife at home, you are a leader in the organization you're working in, you are a sister. There are very many things around women. You cannot be telling your boss every single day, my child is sick, tomorrow I'm picking my child from school, the other day now it's my child's VD, the other day. That conversation, whereas it's good and it's your responsibility as a woman, right now not as an employee, as a woman, as a mother, it's your responsibility as a wife. You cannot be having these conversations with your boss every now and then. So maybe when it prolongs, that's when your boss is going to start looking at you every time you say that my child is sick. They're like, okay, do you want to go or do you? Because they may not tell you that even the other day was sick, the other day, they'll tell you, why don't you take I think we have, they'll ask you to take some of your leave days
Yes.
to go and sort out that. Whereas we're talking about bullying,
Yes.
I'm also trying to look at the other side where it may not necessarily be bullying, but the people, us, we are causing it to seem like it's bullying because we failed to understand, to draw the line between my responsibilities at work and my responsibilities out of work. And how do they align? Yes. Okay. Listening to you.
Yes. So when it comes to now, if you're saying that you're asking for permission every day, not every day, say even like 3 times a month or 4 times, we know issues can happen.
Yeah.
Problems can come up.
Yes.
Emergencies arise. But when we talk about bullying, it has to be targeted to a particular individual or a particular group of people.
Okay.
And then also we look at the intention. What is the intention behind this bullying? Is it to hurt? Is it to harm? What is it? So if someone is saying, I have a sick child, and the boss says yes or no, depending on the situation. Do you call that bullying? The boss is saying no, is it bullying? What if there is an assignment? You know, in a hospital, we work in the hospital.
You work in a hospital?
Yes, in a health sector. So in a hospital setting, we have, there is no room for error. There are emergencies. What happens if you are supposed to do a particular assignment, but you come up and say, I have a sick child?
It could be true.
It could be true, but can you maybe call your husband? Can you call maybe someone, a relative?
It goes back to the support system that you're talking about. The
support system around. So going back to bullying, it needs to have the intention, then the pattern, the repeated pattern of...
You're studying the patterns every day and you know this is happening.
So it's not scenarios that are just picked out. Okay? Yes.
Okay, now you've talked about all those categories and you've not had microaggression.
Okay.
Those subtle, small things that are said. I remember one time I was with someone and they were telling me, firstly, I want to think that the bullies are protected. It's either it's invisible, it's not written anywhere that they are protected, they're actually protected. Because where do you get the much power to want to hurt Rachel? Knowing very well there is a standard policy in the organization that guards Rachel against bullying. It's because I know very well that even if I bullied Rachel, nothing is going to happen. So this particular time, I went to one of the offices. I'll not be specific, yes. And they told me, Sheila, when you get angry, even your nose opens like this. Wow. It was funny. Does it open? Yes, it does. When I am angry, my nose will open like this. And mostly when I've not expressed it, I've not said anything. I'm trying to hold myself together so the parts of my body will be reacting differently. And this time, they noticed my nose can widen. I have a big nose, naturally. So, whereas it happens, I felt they were not supposed to tell me, to say to my face. I felt offended. I know. And they're telling me, Sheila, sometimes when you go in the boardroom, they provoke you. You know, this person is provoking you and you react. You're getting too emotional. I think that is the microaggression I am talking about. You want me to be pressed and I shouldn't speak. I shouldn't react. Is that something that you categorize under bullying?
Yes, it is one of the ways. So, like the way you have mentioned it, you have certain tendencies that happen when you're angry.
Yes.
But you do not want them to actually be said out.
Yeah.
But here is a person outrightly saying that.
What I can control is I can control my mouth.
Yes.
I can regulate. I can say, I am not going to say anything. I'm going to look. And most of the times I either have a book where I draw whatever I'm seeing in front of me, I draw it or I write things. And should I not be writing, it means I am going to be looking.
Yes.
Whether my eyes will widen, whether my nose will widen, but something will happen.
Yes.
The funny bit is sometimes I laugh, like, because I don't want to say what is in my head.
Yes.
So I laugh and I'm like,
Yes.
you know, it makes me feel good, but I've not said anything that is going to hurt anyone in the moment.
Yes.
Yeah. And I also realize these patterns, the people who usually say these things, they're not a one-off. It's not an innocent one-off kind of statement.
Yes.
They'll say it today, they say it tomorrow. In my thought, I felt like the target is to kill the spirit.
Yes.
And I'm talking about killing the spirit because as a person, when your spirit has been killed, there is nothing left. It's like when a person dies and they're buried.
Gone.
Yes. When anyone aims for your spirit, it means they are crushing you.
Yes.
So most of the times I try to protect my spirit so that it's not crushed. And those people, the ones at least I have seen, because I've been bullied before. Why I felt this was an important topic for us to discuss is because I have witnessed bullying. I have been bullied before. I have seen my friends who have been bullied at different workplaces, not even the same workplace as mine. So
That point.
Yes, it takes us back to that point. Yes.
So just to confirm and clarify, it is repetitive, like you said.
Yes.
They keep saying it.
Because the target is the spirit.
Yes. That lowers your self-esteem.
Yeah.
They're killing your spirit. So that is a form of bullying. And most times, what we would advise is that protect your space. Yourself, you need to protect yourself, draw boundaries. If the first time it happens, maybe you can let it slide. Second time, have a conversation with this person. Tell them how you feel about it. Tell them how this makes you feel, how it lowers your self-esteem. Because if someone is saying your nose is opening, the next time you will not say something.
I want to look at my nose right now. It could be opening even now.
Yes, next time you will not be able, even when you're emphasizing a point, say in a meeting, you will not, because you have it at the back of your mind, emotionally
that my nose
and
could be
psychologically,
opening.
that yes, something is happening to me. So you need to protect, you need to have boundaries to protect your space. So that you don't have these things coming up over and over again.
Okay, interesting. When you're saying that, I kept on laughing because, I mean, when you go to those boardrooms now, you will not be speaking because you're fearing, should I be speaking now? My nose is going to be opening and it's going to be a discussion for after the boardroom. Anyway, Rachel, how do we deal with the bullies and the bullying? Maybe how do we deal with the act?
Yes. So when it comes to bullying, this is supposed to be, it should be zero tolerance in organizations. So we should have policies in place that stipulate what will happen in case someone is bullied. What are the reporting mechanisms? What are the timelines? How do they respond to this bullying? So we need to have policies in place in an organization. It goes further just to explain a little that actually bullying has criminal aspects.
It does?
Yes.
Okay.
It does have criminal aspects. There are different laws that actually bring out the behavior of bullying. So we can start from the Constitution. The Constitution is our grand norm. It stipulates clearly. It guarantees rights and freedom for people in different ways. Your right to privacy, right from inhumane treatment, cruel treatment, punishment, you see, right against discrimination. So that different rights that are protected under the Constitution. And most of these bullying tendencies form part of this.
Yeah.
Yes, part of these rights.
So what you're trying to say, even when the HR organizations are coming up with that, they also have to clearly indicate the forms of bullying, different ways that bullying does manifest.
Yes, they have to indicate, because we can have physical bullying, we can have verbal, we can have cyber bullying. People can actually bully you using their phones. TikTok is everywhere. You can find yourself on TikTok. But because someone did not actually ask you about this and they're just writing something about you. So there is cyberbullying. It can be psychological, emotional. So there are different forms of bullying, and all this should be categorized in your policy.
Okay.
Yes, there should be a policy in place to be able to, even sexual harassment
is
a form of, yes, bullying.
So when you mentioned cyberbullying, I remember drama mongering.
Yes.
Is that part of bullying?
Yes, they're spreading gossip about someone. You may find it's not true, and that even goes to defamation.
Yeah.
That's spreading false, malicious information.
So which means I can file a suit.
Yes.
For defamation.
You can file a suit.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yes.
So defamation, gossip can amount to litigation. It can take you can be taken to court because of the gossip. You have to have grounds for that gossip that you're spreading.
Even the physical violence under our penal code, you can be penalized. It penalizes assault.
Yeah.
Both verbal and physical assault. You can be penalized. Even if it's just a word, you can be taken for up to 1 year in prison for threatening someone. That is called assault.
Threatening?
Yes.
That amounts to assault?
Yes.
We have gossip. I am stating the obvious ones that are happening today.
Yeah.
And threats, we talked about intimidation.
Yes.
And there are those ones that lie to your face. I'll tell you a story when we are progressing. They will lie to your face and tell you, I don't know about this. This book is not brown, it's black.
Yes.
But when the book is brown, you can clearly see it. And I want to emphasize, Rachel, from what I have seen, the bullies are protected. What do we do with the people protecting the bullies?
Okay, that's a very interesting question.
Yeah.
With the people that are protecting
what bullies. Is their interest? Why would you know that this person is hurting the other? Is that part of also the strategies to push employees out, to kill the spirit so that they go? Is it something that is let to stay? You have to develop a thick skin, because again they will tell you stop being emotional. Those are the words they use. They will tell you have to develop a thick skin. They will tell you that you have to learn the politics of the organization. And yet what you're trying to say, that I am being bullied. From the look of things, I am actually being bullied. And the people that you've escalated to are not doing anything. You'll talk about your manager if you have, you'll talk about the HR, and they're not doing anything about this person whose patterns
are repetitive.
Are repetitive.
So, like I have explained, these aspects of bullying, some of them can be criminalized. So if we have a policy in place, so we have a policy in place and it's not being followed, what I would advise employees is to document. Every time a scenario happens, document. Send an email to your line manager. If it is your line manager, send an email to your HR. If it's the HR, send an email to the
CEO,
boss of the HR. Then if it's the CEO, send an email to that CEO. For purposes of documentation, because later on you will need it for evidence.
You don't have any ground if you don't have any evidence.
Exactly. You will need it for evidence purposes. So if there's nothing that is being done in the workplace, for instance, we'll have a policy in place, you have reported, they have not investigated, seek the advice of a lawyer. Seek the advice of a lawyer.
Lawyers, you've come. I was waiting for this point to come, that seek the advice of a lawyer.
Yes, they can actually advise you on the different elements. Whatever you have collected as information, that is what the lawyer will use to advise you for purposes of proceeding. It can be prosecuted, whatever we've talked about, the assault, the physical assault, whatever form of bullying, it can be prosecuted. I can give you an example. I hope it's okay.
Give me an example. We love examples here.
You remember the police officer that slapped someone in the supermarket?
Yes.
That is physical assault. And the matter is in
In court.
Yes, so a lawyer can actually help you, and we seek justice. Justice for everyone. We are supposed to have a safe work environment. It's mandated under the Employment Act.
Yes.
Employers are supposed to create a safe working environment for their employees. So it goes all the way from the Constitution to the Employment Act to the Penal Code.
Yeah.
We even have international laws that actually protect us, you know. So we need to make sure that the environment we are working in is safe and the people are brought to account.
Yes.
The perpetrators are brought
if they're
to
not brought
account.
to book, it
Yes.
keeps repeating.
Exactly. So for me, my advice would be to the people that are not being brought to account, seek an outside opinion. Talk to a lawyer. They will be able to help.
Because right now, thank you so much, Rachel. Right now, what is happening is people fear for their jobs.
Yes.
I cannot take Rachel, who is my supervisor, cannot report Rachel because I fear for my job. She's the same one who's going to sit and appraise me. And also the other thing that is happening is because we don't know. We don't know what we are supposed to do. We think it's okay. We are supposed to bear with this. We are supposed to try and get a thick skin, like they tell us to get a thick skin and not being emotional. And we don't know what to do with these people. So I'll tell you, as we were starting, I was telling you a story of this gentleman who was working in a finance department, and he was very fond of making decisions in my department. So I remember one time he was even on leave, but he had to cut his leave short to come to office to change the specs for what I do, the work that I am technically qualified to do, because he had another vendor that he wanted to put in place. And when he made the changes, he told the procurement manager, send the LPO to the general manager and myself for approval. And he clearly told the guy, do not put Sheila in copy. So that could have been a one-off. We let it slide. This same gentleman, and most of his interactions come in when it's a time to choose a vendor, or he wants to change a vendor. I don't want to accuse him because I don't have any evidence. But yes, now another time we had a system that we were using, and all of a sudden the finance people were telling me that they've told us not to pay this system guy again because there is a new system that is, there is a new vendor that is coming. They're onboarding. I was like, how can they onboard a new vendor to do the work that is supposed to be done in my department? And I've not had a conversation about this. No one has told me, not verbally, not on mail. There is no discussion at all. But the nigga said, we are changing the vendor. And guess what? This vendor was more costly by 4.5 million per month. That was the cost to the company, 4.5 million per month. So this time I wrote with the CEO in copy. I told this gentleman that this, previously I'd written to my line manager, who was also his line manager, and the line manager told me that you guys, you're all managers, you can handle your issues. Sort yourselves. In fact, stop copying us in these emails. I was like, oh, so I think maybe we'll have to sort ourselves. So when it happened again, I wrote to the HR. The HR told me, when I wrote and she did not respond after some days, I went to her office and she told me, this same person has been brought here by another person for different things. Let's wait for another person to come so that we can handle it. That's what the HR told me. I don't know whether another person came or they did not come, but that was coming from the HR department. Now, these are the people we are talking about, the ones who are supposed to be protecting us. So when it happened again, the bringing another vendor, the systems vendor, that's when I wrote to because now I wrote my line manager previously, I wrote to the HR and nothing was done, so I wrote to him with the CEO in copy. So the CEO responded and I was like, guys, get your emotions out of work. But at least for the CEO's comment, get your emotions out of work, it helped. Because very fast, this gentleman recalled the instruction he had made to the team to onboard a new vendor. We proceeded with a vendor who was already doing the work. So it's the patterns were already there, but no one says anything about this person. Like no one outrightly comes out to say what you're doing is bad. This same gentleman One time in a meeting, he lied to my face with everyone in the boardroom. What was he saying? That cost, we have been managing it. We have been posting it. We have been posting it every single month. And I had evidence this cost had never been. It wasn't anywhere. Like it was a cost that was coming and was made by another business unit, not the business unit that was running. But he lied to my face that this cost, and everyone believed him. I was left stupid to think, maybe it's an illusion. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I didn't check enough when I'd done my very good research. So that and very many other examples I would give you about how bullying happens at work and there is nothing. My pain is bullying does work. I'm not it works. Bullying happens, but there is nothing being done about it.
Okay.
I want you to talk to the employers now, the HRs, the employers, the CEOs, because if you care about your staff, you should care also about their safety, about their productivity, about their love to come to work every single day. Otherwise, how are you going to achieve great place to work? Rachel is going to give us a final shot, telling us what HRs, CEOs, other people who care about employee well-being, what should they do to address bullying at work?
Okay. So from your scenario and your examples that you have highlighted, I just also want to highlight conflict and bullying.
Yeah.
So at work, conflict may actually happen between staff, or even between a boss and a subordinate. Conflict does happen.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about conflict, you're talking about ideas. You're clashing on certain ideas. Even as lawyers, sometimes we agree to disagree.
Yeah.
So you're agreeing on something, or you're disagreeing on a particular, now like you're talking about the new vendor that was onboarding.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to look at the reasons as to why there's a new vendor that is being onboarded. Maybe it may not be bullying. It may be conflict on different ideology. But when it comes to bullying, yes, it can be a one-off. It can be a one-off and it can be repetitive. So our dear CEOs, our dear HRs, our dear managers, how do we handle bullying? Our employees are being bullied, but how do we handle this? How do we take the perpetrators to account? If our policies are not working, then what can we put in place? Because it is liability to the company as a whole if this employee actually takes this
on
piece
social
of
media.
Yes, piece of evidence on social media. It can be even to, like I said, if they sought advice from a lawyer and they advise them to actually proceed and get probably prosecution against these particular bullying behaviors, it's something that can affect the reputation of the organization. So as a whole, there is liability for the organization. If things are happening and there is nothing being done, then they will put to question your policies. Are your policies just on paper, or are they actually working? Do you have a response plan? Do you have a complaints committee in place to be able to listen to these complaints? How do you handle them? Because the different perpetrators have to be brought to account for their actions. Because if you leave these actions to actually go on, it is going to be a culture. That's when you start hearing things, this is how we
That's how the
do
culture
it,
is
this
formed.
is how we behave, this is, and then you start hearing excuses. This is how this boss behaves. This is how, because they've left that particular habit to continue. It comes out as the culture in the organization.
It's tolerated in the organization.
Exactly, it's tolerated. And what happens? It has a ripple effect. Even on the employees. Of course, productivity will be very low. You'll find people missing work. You'll find people giving excuses. And you'll find actually it affects your entire financial progress as an organization, because you're not taking all these things into account. one scenario, the second one, the third one, and you hear people saying, even if I go to HR, there's nothing that is going to be done. Actually, HR is encouraging, how do you say, let's wait for other people who are complaining. It's supposed to be on a complaints basis. One person comes in, investigates. Exactly. It's one-on-one. Not that you have to wait for a group of people. Do you want to wait for the organization to be sued, then you take action?
Because the group will have come up.
Exactly. So we need to have our policies in place. So someone said that, some people say that the client or the customer is king. But when it comes to a workplace, let your employees be the kings, because they will take care of your clients. They will take care of your business. And that's how your business will progress once your employees are happy. Yes, that's...
Thank you so much, Rachel. I think we should have had this conversation, maybe a physical conversation, so that we have different people asking questions about bullying. But I am sure we've only covered just a bit, a drop in a notion of the different kinds of bullying that happen in the workplaces. We are going to have this up. You can comment, you can share, you can write to us on the different kinds of bullying that you've experienced, or you know someone who has experienced, and our lawyer here will be available online to give us guidance on how we can go about different cases, case by case. But my final shot to the employers and the employees, Rachel has mentioned, I'm just emphasizing, do not die in that organization when you're being bullied. They've told us to document all scenarios. You can have conversations with them. In fact, before even you go escalating, you can have conversations with these people whom you think are bullying you, so that you understand. Maybe there is something they are dealing with, and maybe they also don't know, because it's a trauma response, as we had. Sometimes it's a trauma response from what happened to them when they were children. In schools, they were bullied. So when they also got a chance to bully, they get whoever is a weak vessel around them to bully. So all of us, both male and female, let's come together and fight workplace bullying.
Violence. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. This is my greeting, because the show is done.